Okay, hello everyone. Stuff right here. We go live. Hey, that rock and roll is still playing. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this live stream. Today we have a good topic for you. And by the way, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you leave a comment down below. Maybe some of your favorite rides out here in the South Dakota area or anywhere for that matter. But today, the topic before we premiere the Iron Mountain ride, we wanted to get with Bell and Andy, our special guest today for Bell and Andy. By the way, thank y'all for being here with us to talk about great rides in South Dakota. Welcome, guys.
Well, hey. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, man. We really do appreciate it. And again, thanks for everybody who's tuned in. We sure appreciate you as well. So we only have about 25 minutes today because at 8 o'clock again on the YouTube channel, we'll be premiering the Iron Mountain ride here in South Dakota. And if you're coming to Sturgis for the rally or to South Dakota anytime, these are some great rides as well as some great drives, weather permitting, of course. So, and I think these two folks will agree. And if you've been out here before, you probably will too. So I'm going to pitch it to Bell and Andy. Bell and Andy, let's talk about a little bit very quickly here. What are some of your favorite rides that you've done here in South Dakota?
Well, we've been coming here for 4 years now, and this last time we have been here already a month, and we're going to be staying another month. So we really like to ride the Black Hills. It really grabs a hold of you, and at least for me, every time we start coming back towards Sturgis, I get really excited because the riding here is phenomenal. Are these the same as yours?
I think so. I think they're pretty close, if not.
I wrote them out so that we could kind of keep track of them. But I'm going to start off with the Devil's Tower ride from Belfouche on Highway 34 going west. And it turns into 24 at the Wyoming state line. It's a phenomenal ride. It is so beautiful. And what's cool about that ride is it's not 35 miles an hour. Like, you know,
a lot of the other
3,
ones.
4 that I'm going to list off.
It's pretty open, and it's a fun ride, and it's actually beautiful scenery too.
It's gorgeous. And what's really cool is there's a little town about halfway called Hewlett.
Hewlett.
Yeah.
And if you've been to the rally on Wednesdays, they have this, it's kind of been, dumbed down a little bit because of the rules and laws and stuff.
Things like laws.
Being naked in public. But it's called No Panties Wednesday. And we haven't been there, but boy, I tell you what, that little town gets really, really busy, and there's some really cool bars there too.
Yeah. During rally, it's when you're in rally week, it's busy. I don't know about every day, but every day we've been there, it's been super busy. Bikes everywhere, cool places to go, and it's a good fuel stop too if you're on the one end of town.
Yeah.
But it's really nice.
And the little bar that we go to, I can't remember the name of it, but it's on the north side of the highway, and the whole family is involved. 2 years ago, there was a kid that was 12 years old working in there, and obviously he wasn't serving alcohol or anything, but he was sweeping and bussing, and boy, he was a character. He was such a big personality, such a good kid. So it's the locals that we love seeing every time we come back.
And then when you go from there, you head back towards, you basically end up there's a couple of different ways to get there, but the way we always go, you end up back in Sundance.
Right.
And then, it's highway back, or you take Highway 14, which goes along right along the frontage road. A lot of people do that instead of the highway, but.
Well, and Bill and Andy, you guys mentioned even the ride out to Devil's Tower is an amazing national monument, right? First national monument in the U.S. But it's just a beautiful monument to go out there. But the rides to even get there from any place, we've done a couple different ways to get out there, and the scenery out there in Wyoming is just absolutely breathtaking. And so that's what you were talking about earlier. Just a beautiful ride to even get there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It is, and then and like you said, the monument itself is pretty. You can see why they made it that originally, because it is such a little bit odd, but it's such a cool phenomenon.
Hey, the military biker's here.
So it's a really good ride.
Good to see you, Stevie. Sorry.
Man, yeah, hey, I'm just going through some of the comments. Oh, by the way, guys, Clay can't be with me right now. She's inside the RV doing real work, and we're out here in the trailer playing. So it's 5:30 out here in South Dakota, 7:30 on the East Coast. I say 5:30, it's a little later, but anyway. So Clay's in there. She hasn't finished up yet, so she couldn't be with us. So I'm doing this thing alone. So I'm having to sort of work everything here by myself. But hey, I just want y'all to know we go back and check all of these comments, and man, everybody's watching from all over the country. Look at
it. Right. And First Sergeant says Deadwood, and of course Waldrug. Well, Waldrug we've been by. We have not actually been there, but Deadwood, yeah, we go there
about every other day.
Oh yeah. Hey,
we love Deadwood.
I don't know if we need to give our secret away of where we go to almost daily.
Yeah.
With that park, free parking and. Mr. Woo's, if you've ever seen
Mr. Woo's,
you know what I'm talking about,
inexpensive
right?
beer. I mean, here in Sturgis, they're pretty fair with the prices for the most part, but Mr. Woo's have them beat. $2 for a 16-ounce pint. You can't beat that, man.
Yeah. And to tell you, and the folks who work there are just wonderful as well. So it's just super.
Right.
So, we are officially, by the way, guys, those of you who are watching, we are officially, today's Monday. The official rally begins Friday. And I went to get a front tire on my Harley today. And man, I mean, people are here. I mean, this rally is, in my humble opinion, is underway.
It's pumping already.
Yeah. So, okay.
Very cool.
Now, I'm trying to stay on track because we only have a few minutes before the premiere of the ride. So let's talk about the next one of your other favorite rides, guys.
Needles Highway going north. So from 16A heading north is my all-time way to go for the Needles.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I love that way.
Needles is a lot of fun.
I was going to ask. Are you looking at all the side chat?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm multitasking here. So
you're multitasking. Boys aren't supposed to know how to do that.
There's some of my folks from Georgia right there. God bless them.
Oh,
so let me ask you this though. Needles Highway, and I just showed a glimpse of it, just for everybody to sort of tease it up a little bit. Let me show that again. Now, what is it about the Needles Highway that you guys love so much? And the video is jumping a little bit, guys.
All right, that's just one of a beautiful scenery. There are these rock formations and part of the reason why they call it the Needles is that they form in these cylinder type formations, and it's so cool. And then when you get to right before that pass, you're going along this cliff that overlooks Custer and what is that little town that we went to after that ride? Way out in the BFE.
Keystone?
No, the other farther west.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
It's in Wyoming.
It overlooks that valley, and it's almost like you could see how the earth is round. It's that far of a view. It's so pretty.
It is. There's and it's varied quite a bit because you go through the grasslands, and then you start getting into some switchbacks, and then you head up into the Needles themselves proper. And there's a couple of tunnels. There's actually a bigger tunnel than what you just showed. And it's pretty. We have somebody from Brazil on here somewhere, and somebody. It's 3:37 a.m. wherever Sir Kingling is.
Oh man,
that's brutal.
Bless her heart.
But anyway, it is really, really pretty.
Yeah, and Desiree and I of Wind Road Therapy, we're supposed to run that drive. We're supposed to ride the Needles Highway backwards, because keep this in mind, guys, if you're coming out here for the first time, if you run these things in reverse, they give you a whole different look. Do they not, Andy and Dale?
Yep.
Yes,
they do give you a whole different look.
Exactly. That's why I'm kind of saying from the north end or from the south end.
Yeah.
changes the whole perspective. And on certain parts of it, if you want to get on it a little bit, if nobody's around, going uphill is just so much more fun. So.
And we have not done it going southbound either, so we'd love to do it the other way. And
yeah, so the next ride that I really like is Vanacker Canyon. It's off at exit 32 out of Sturgis going towards Black Hills, Harley Davidson. That's where we end up because we always like to go in and visiting the different shops. So that, if you have not been on that one, it's really pretty. I mean, it's all black, it's Black Hills. So the whole area, you can't lose any direction that you go. It's so beautiful here.
It's pretty cool, and it goes through the little town of
Daryl, are you frozen?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he's frozen.
Joel looks like he froze up.
All right. Well, we'll keep talking.
We'll keep talking in case we're still on for him.
And then number 4 is Spearfish Canyon. From the south heading north, from Cheyenne Crossing.
Coming down.
I love that way. Mostly because when you get closer to the top end of it, where there's there is a watershed there and there's a mining company, you could see it ahead of time before, like if you're going south, you come around the turn and boom, it's there. You kind of, if there's a lot of people there, it's kind of hard to see that ahead of time. But from the south going north, you can see it ahead of time. So you could slow down. If you are going the speed limit, which it's kind of hard to do during Sturgis because there's so many people, but that's a really good place to stop and take a break. There's Bridal Falls. It's absolutely gorgeous there.
It is very beautiful. And frankly, the speed limit when rally's on, it has to be there because there's so many people on it.
Absolutely.
And not just bikes, not just motorcycles.
There's side-by-sides. There's
side-by-sides.
cagers. There's everything.
Yeah. And people when they see billy goats, as we call them, up on the hill up there, they just kind of freak out and do weird things like stop in the middle of the road. So
stop
be careful.
in the middle of the road.
Be careful.
Give yourself space because people freak out and they literally will stop in the middle of the road to see wildlife on the side of the road. And then another one that we really, really like is the Badlands. Like last year, we went Highway 90 all the way to the cutoff for Badlands. This year, I'm going to really try to get out on Highway 44 and take the back way to Badlands. And from what everybody tells me, it's absolutely gorgeous there as well.
Yeah, and it's not. You go south out of Rapid City down to 44, and besides that, it's not the interstate. It's not Highway 90.
I hate the highway.
Highway 90 is, it's a great road to go fast on, but it's not a really great ride.
No, it's boring.
Yeah, right. We don't like interstates or highways or whatever.
So
there he is.
Hey,
hey,
man, I'm so glad y'all are still here. Listen, I was out in the trailer.
We just kept on talking, man.
Man, thank you so much. I was out in the motorcycle trailer, right? And it's 100 degrees today. We know that. Here in South Dakota, it was a very hot day it was 100 degrees. I mean that's what it was showing on my
literally it's 100. Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally was out there in the trailer, and the phone got so hot,
it didn't work.
It just shut it off. So I came in here. And those of you that are with us on the live stream and watching this on replay, I'm telling you, we're going to fix this technology. We're looking at Starlink. I know us and Bill and Andy are. I'm so sick and tired of working at live streams and it not working out. And I apologize for that. But everything's we're learning. We're learning.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're back on. I'm inside the AC. Clay's just got her real job is just got to wait. We're live. We're live. Anyway. So all right. Hey! Did y'all talk about any more great rides?
We did. We went all the way through the list except for
the number 1. I have not announced that one yet.
Okay.
And it's kind of an obvious one. Are you ready?
Is that the one? Because I missed your car. Is that the one we're premiering tonight?
It is. So it's Iron Mountain.
Watch this.
Starting from the bottom.
Here we go.
Yep. Watch this. Tell me if it's what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. That's my pretty bike right there. Anyway, we start from the bottom off of 16A and head north. And here's some quickie ones that we're showing you, but you have got to see the full video. And how long from now? Daryl, can you?
What time is it now? It's 7:46 right now. So we've got.
All right.
I do want to be off of here by 5:58 because that's going to give us enough time to click off of here, and then for everybody to click on the live chat for the premiere of the motorcycle ride. So
very cool.
And you know, guys, just for the premiere, a lot of times just a premiere is a bigger production. You know, I give an example. We all watched Full Throttle Hog when he's premiere on his Every Mile of Memory.
If y'all haven't seen that, you have got to check it out. Yeah,
great video, and that's really what a premiere, in my opinion, is. But because we're limited on technology, we couldn't show the ride because Bill and Andy, as you guys know, we wanted to show the ride as we were doing the live stream and talk about it. But we couldn't do it I can't do it on the cell phone. You don't have that luxury. So we're going to fix that. So going forward. So go ahead, Bill, about the Iron Mountain ride. Did I cut you off?
Just that was my number one pick. Long before we decided to do this crazy filming that we did. I mean, you guys would not believe some of the stuff that we did to get this video to work, from drone footage to two 360s. How many cameras did we have rolling? 7 or 8?
We had 7 cameras rolling, which I would encourage anybody who's starting off, as new, don't do that. Just use one camera because obviously when you editing 7 cameras, in fact, one of them
very time consuming.
Hey, in fact, let me show you a little bit about the Badlands, guys. Good. So, Andy and Bell, you guys mentioned that your favorite was Iron Mountain, which I love as well. But my very favorite, because of it's a national park, first of all, but because of the overwhelming views of what you see, is this one right here, the Badlands. Check this one out, guys. The Badlands, it has to be my favorite ride because of what you're seeing there for miles and miles and miles. But all of them are absolutely wonderful. Absolutely.
I hear you on that one.
I'm still dumbfounded by how amazing it was. That first time the first time we went with you, it was just absolutely amazing to see that.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Well, last year this is our 4th year. So last year was our 3rd, and it was our first time of going to Badlands with you and David, and Desi was there with us too. And I mean, when you're riding in spectacular views with all of your good buddies, you can't beat that, man.
Yeah,
I love it. It's absolutely love it.
For those of you guys that have joined us and are watching on the replay, when you talk about how none of us are professional videographers. Okay, we don't have a Netflix crew riding with us.
I thought you were going to pay me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll pay you all right. And Hard Knocks, doggone it, and a whole bunch of downtime waiting.
I think that was a 2 and a 16. I think there was a 2 and a 16 in the payment.
Yeah. So, but just so you know, because on this particular shoot that you're about to see here in a few minutes, it's a 17-mile ride. Okay, that's 30-40 minutes max because it is 30-35 through there.
Right.
But we were out there probably 3 or 4 hours because of filming, right? Which doesn't mean that we're great at it. Maybe that means we're not that good at it. Maybe that's what it means. But what I want to show you is sort of how we started the day off, guys. This is how we started the day off that you won't see in the video, and that is with a team meeting, if you will. We actually got together and talked about where the drone would be, where we'd stop and make a U-turn, and you guys have to wait like you did so patiently, which I so appreciate. Because, you'll see us go through the first tunnel. That's an easy shot, right? Piece of cake. But it took us probably 25 minutes because there was a lot of people there taking photos of Mount Rushmore through the tunnel. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we had to get the drone just right. And then it was so bright out there. It's like I'm almost flying it. It was hard to see the screen because it was so sunny, beautiful sunny day. And so that, anyway, we had a team meeting right there.
Well, and don't forget how you disappointed me on not flying through or over the tunnel.
So Belle, hey guys, Belle says, "Oh, I thought you were going to get us right through the tunnel and coming out the other end." Now I'm trying to fly a drone with it mounted to my bike at the same time, and I said, "I mean, listen, if you want to try that, go right ahead. I'll put the drone on your bike." Basically, is what I said. But no, honestly,
apparently, you and I need to take up drone racing so that we actually know how to fly them faster.
Yeah. No, as I told Bill and Andy, guys, I just don't feel qualified to do that. I'm gonna crash a drone or wreck my bike. So we're always about safety. And what you won't hear is all the communication that we do about safety. Bill, I'm gonna come up close to you so I can get a good shot. But I'm not rushing you. So don't rush around those curves. I'm just getting a shot. Or Bill, I'm about to come around you so I can get this shot. Andy, how about slow down? So we're always communicating first and foremost is safety. So
that seems to be a familiar phrase. I don't know. Just every time we're on a twisty road, all I hear is, "Could you slow down a little bit?"
Hey, boy, we're supposed to be filming.
Can you slow down just a little bit? Andy, I'm trying to get you. Yeah. So watch this, guys. This is part of the video because we didn't do a good job behind the scenes. I didn't do a good job behind the scenes because we didn't know we were going to. I'll get better at that too. But so this is what we had to do there at the tunnel. You see the drone right there? I hope you can see it. The video is jumping a little bit. There's the drone getting set up. You see Andy and Bell to the right. Let me show you that again. Andy and Bell will be to the right, just sitting there in the shade patiently as we set all this up and wait for people to clear. And then we go through the tunnel, guys. And it was a short tunnel. If y'all remember, I got on the other side and I said, man, that was a lot of work for that short tunnel. Then we land the drone, right? We got to land the drone and
without getting run over.
Yeah. And then we load up and we take off for the next shot. And then this is the key, guys. It was, if you're filming, always do this. Know what your settings are before you say action. I caught so much video that was time lapse, thinking I was just doing a great job. I get back home, and all of it's 100 miles an hour, so it's not even usable. I'll give you an example. Right here. Look at this. That's a camera setup. Now you're gonna see us come around, but don't blink because you'll miss it. That was us right there.
No wonder he was huffing and puffing because he was running so fast.
Yeah. And look, here I am in the woods. I mean, it's hot. It's 100 degrees out there. We're working hard.
It looks like
and this is the result. And this is the result right there. Boy, if you don't think that's frustrating. All right, but you know what? The end result is something like this right here.
That's
so
we
put it together and made it work.
Yeah.
And by we mean Daryl.
Oh no, you guys. In fact, you'll see the video. Y'all's cameras. Now, Andy, I didn't get as much video from your rear shot as I'd hoped, and I don't know if Belle just cut me short on the video, but the footage she gave me. And by the way, guys, Andy and Belle.
No, it just died.
Okay, Andy and Belle dropped off footage, and then they took off to Minnesota for the baggers race out there. In fact, they're just getting back to the campground. How was the baggers race, by the way, real quick?
Awesome.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, all of them were. All of the racing was awesome, but the baggers was just to see them in person on a 2.5 mile track doing probably, they're not as fast as super bikes, but they're probably still doing 145, 155 on the back straight. And then flipping, it's more like
640
620 pounds is the minimum weight.
Okay.
Minimum weight. And they're flipping these things, and we're talking a regular same course that the super bikers are on. They don't change it. It was very impressive.
And boy, I tell you what, they did a challenge after the qualifying, and you would think that purse was $100,000 the way that they were going at it. The pole setter, he crashed his bike. That was the Indian rider, Tyler O'Hara, and one of the Wyman boys crashed his bike for $5,000, and ended up, it was kind of cool because one of the back guys ended up winning. Fong. What was his
I don't remember his first name. Fong.
Fong. He ended up getting the purse, and when you're further back,
might have probably needed that money a little bit more.
exactly. Your sponsorship's not as high.
It was super impressive. The weather was
super
good.
Cool.
Pretty much the whole weekend. It got a little warm on Saturday and Sunday, but warm, Minnesota warm, which means humid.
Yeah.
But no, it was awesome. Funny, goofy little side note. We happened to park our RV right next to the previous track owner. Super nice guy. Yeah, he retired
really
for a long
nice.
time. Super nice guy, Dick and Celeste. And he gave all kinds of history about the track. And, it just was really cool.
Okay. Hey, guys, Terry's asking, military bikers asking, where's Iron Mountain? How do we describe where I mean, we entered in from Custer.
The easiest way is taking 385 south to Custer, take 16A east, go up 2 major roads, and it's Iron Mountain Road. You take a left, and then you follow that up the 17 miles, and it will dump you out. Right to the left is Mount Rushmore, to the right is Keystone. So another way is going through Keystone and taking a left on Iron Mountain Road.
Yep.
Yeah. So I hope that helps you, military biker. Now, and Bill mentioned this earlier, or Andy did, about which way you ride them. If you go from Custer to Mount Rushmore, as you go through 2 of the 3 tunnels, there's a beautiful framing of Mount Rushmore as you ride. I mean, just see
it's
it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. And I'll never forget the first time I saw that, which was in 2020, our first time here. I mean, I was just blown away. I'd never seen Mount Rushmore. I'd never ridden roads like that. I mean, I was just like a kid in the candy store. It was just amazing. But if you do come the other way, which you guys have done before, you said you still get some great views, not necessarily through a tunnel, but great views of Mount Rushmore.
You get a frame from both ends. One is just better because of how they built it. You go through a couple different tunnels, and you get that same frame out of a different tunnel going south.
Daryl, you're about to bang up against your timeline.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes, man.
I'm not even sure.
Okay, so guys, hey, we're gonna cut it off right here. Yeah, we about 3 minutes, but I want to get.
Uh-oh. Hey, before we go,
get to my other computer so I can do the live chat. Y'all make sure you join us on the live chat for the premiere of the video, because we'll be there as well. But I'm going to turn off the cell phone and get to the computer and give you guys time to get to you're on your computer now, actually. So
yeah.
We got 2 minutes before the premiere. Hey, everybody who's watching this, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're on the replay, thank you as well. Thanks for watching the premiere. Andy and Belle, thank y'all for helping film this. 3 or 4 hours out there in the hot sun. Y'all were great troopers, and I appreciate you. Thanks for being here with us today, too.
Real quick before everybody leaves, I want to say thank you to Aya Hogg. We will see you on Sunday as well for the Blue Ride. Thanks for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Belle, that reminds me, did you cover the Blue Ride?
We did not, but that's okay.
There you go. That's good.
There it is. It's August 7th. Go to bellsrides.com and you can get tickets there and all of the information.
Very good. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. We'll see you in the next video in just a few minutes.
All righty. See you there.
All right, guys.